When you start out on some big, long-term journey, I'm talking a career change, a huge creative project, maybe a personal goal, what do you think the biggest challenge is actually going to be? Most of us have some ideas, right? But the real hurdle, well, it's often the one we never see coming. So let's get into what it really means to master the discipline of just showing up.
I think we've all been there. You're deep in the trenches of something you're really passionate about, and this thought just hits you. That initial buzz is worn off, and the reality of the long road ahead, it just sinks in. It's that quiet, honest moment where you admit to yourself, wow, this is hard.
And what makes it so tough? Well, your first guess might be the work itself. The grind, the effort, all the complex problems you have to figure out. But believe it or not, that's usually not the thing that stops us in our tracks. And it's not the time commitment either. We usually go into these big things expecting to put in the hours. We clear our calendars, we brace for the late nights, but even that isn't the real reason it feels so difficult.
Okay, here it is. This is the real challenge. It's that hollowed out feeling when the reason you started feels a million miles away, and the desire to even get out of bed and do the thing is just gone. It's all about how you keep moving forward when your emotional gas tank is completely empty. This is the wall that almost everyone hits.
So what do we do when we hit that wall? Well, we usually reach for a set of strategies that seem super logical, but they end up leading us right into what I call the motivation trap. Let's break down these common approaches that somehow just never seem to work.
You know the internal monologue, right? Okay, if I just plan this out a little better, I'll feel like doing it. Or, you know what, I just need to learn more. I'll watch another tutorial, read another book. And then there's the sneakiest trap of all. I'll get started once I feel more confident, once I feel ready. These all feel so productive, don't they?
But honestly, they're a dead end. And why is that? Because they're all just fancy ways of procrastinating. They're actions about the work, not the actual work itself. They keep you stuck in this loop of getting ready to get ready, and they do absolutely nothing to fix the real problem. Your motivation has vanished.
So if all those common sense strategies are a bust, then what's left? Well, this brings us to the turning point. That moment where one single simple action just cuts through all the noise and completely changes the game.
Let's really pause on that for a second. After all that planning, all that learning, all that waiting around, what could possibly be the secret sauce? It's not some new productivity app or a complicated system. Nope, it's something way, way more basic. And the answer is so simple, but man, is it powerful. The big breakthrough wasn't about finding motivation. It was about acting without it. It was the simple and, difficult choice to just show up. Anyway, and listen, showing up doesn't just mean showing up on your A-game days. It means showing up when your head is filled with doubt. It means putting in the reps even when progress feels painfully, glacially slow. And this is a big one. It means doing the work even when you have no shiny results to post online. No likes, no one patting you on the back to keep you going.
See, when you start practicing this, showing up no matter what, you begin to build this completely new framework inside yourself. It's like you're installing a brand new operating system in your brain. And this one, it runs on discipline, not motivation. And this is the moment. This is where the real shift from being reactive to proactive happens. You stop waiting around for the right mood to strike, and you start creating your own momentum just by taking action. It's a total transformation. So the whole point is this. You're swapping out an unreliable, flighty source of energy for one that's steady and internal. You're no longer at the mercy of your moods. Instead, you are the one calling the shots on your actions.
So what does this discipline even look like in real life? It's not about being a robot or being super harsh on yourself. It's way simpler. It's the skill of separating your actions from your feelings. It's the choice to do the thing you said you would do, whether you feel like it or not. Period. Just look at this comparison here. Motivation is awesome, don't get me wrong, but it's a fair weather friend. It shows up when things are fun and easy and disappears when it gets tough. Discipline, on the other hand, that's a choice. It's an active commitment you make, and it's the thing that will actually carry you through the storms that you know are coming.
Okay, so what does all of this mean for you, like right now, wherever you are on your path? It means it's time to completely reframe how you think about the struggle you might be feeling.
If you're out there, you're pushing, and some days it just feels like you're wading through wet cement. If it feels heavy, if it feels hard, I really want you to listen to what comes next.
That feeling of heaviness, that's not a sign that you're failing. It is the exact opposite. It's the friction of real growth. It's the weight of the very thing you're trying to build. That heavy feeling is the feeling of discipline at work, forging something real, something that lasts.
So that leaves us with one last thought. Just forget about waiting for the perfect moment. Forget about waiting to feel inspired. Think about your biggest, most important goal. And then just ask yourself this: what incredible thing could you build brick by painful brick if you simply made the choice to show up for it? Starting